Welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are going to understand a very interesting topic of Math Olympiad, that is number puzzle. Now to understand this topic, I have taken a question from SMKC year 2023. Let's just have a look. Here the question is, the number in the 5 circles around each house add up to 20. Some numbers are missing. We have to fill this number. Let's try to understand the question. There are 2 houses here. The sum of each house adds up to 20. This means the sum of this house and the sum of this other house is 20. So the numbers that are present in the first house, when you add them, the sum should be 20. And the numbers that are present in the second house, when you add them, the sum should be 20. Now we have to fill this 1, 2 and 3 numbers that are present here. If I try filling in numbers here, I can randomly put numbers that are present here. But is this a good way of solving? So let's just try to understand how we can achieve to fill these numbers that are present here. So let's just try to take an example. Let's say the sum of a circle here is 12 and I know 2 of the numbers, that is 1 and 4. How to get this number? Which number I should put here such that the sum of all these 3 numbers is 12? So which number it is? We can get this, that is 12 minus 4 minus 1. Since the sum is 12, you can remove this 4 and remove 1. So the answer here is just 7. So you can put 7 in here. So what we can understand, see, if there's just one unknown, we can directly fill because we know the sum and we know the other values. Now, what if there is a common number? For example, fill in the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. Such that the sum of one circle is 17. So the sum of one circle here is 17. The sum of other circle here is also 17. Now let's try to understand. For the red circle, the sum is 17. But do I know which 2 numbers to put here? Because there are 4 numbers that I can put. So which 2 numbers to put? Am I sure? Now let's try to understand this more. So what we can do is, in order to see this, here the sum is 17, but out of 17, here there is one number that is 9. So what is the sum of these 2 numbers? So here we can find out the sum of these 2 numbers, that is 17. We remove this 9, so the sum will be 8. So when I add these 2 numbers, the sum should be 8. So here this should be 8. Now let's try to see the other circle. In other circle also the sum is 17 as the question say. But how many numbers add to get 17? Oh, it's 3 numbers. Out of these 3 numbers, one number is 9. So if one number is 9, what is the sum of these 2 numbers then? Oh, it's the same, 17 minus 9, that is 8. So here also it's 8. So what we can observe from this example, see, there are 2 circles, but there is one common circle, common number that is present in between of 2. So whenever there is one common number, so the sum of the other 2 or the remaining numbers are the same. See, the sum is same because here the question says the sum of total number is the same and the common number is same. So that's why the sum of remaining numbers is same. Now, I want to achieve 8. I want to achieve 8. How I can get 8 from these 4 numbers? Let's say 1. This 1 I should put with which other number so that the sum will be 8? Oh, 1 I can put with 7. The sum will be 8. So 1 and 7 I can put here. You can see the sum belongs to 8. Now, let's say this 3. Oh, 3 is only left with 5 now. And 3 and 5 is? Oh, 8. So either I can put 3 here, 5 here or 5 here, 3 here. It doesn't matter. We can just put the number anyhow. Because the sum is 17 now. So what we can observe here, whenever there is a common number, this is the common number. Common number. Whenever there is a common number, then the sum of the remaining numbers are the same. So here let's write down the summary. For common numbers, sum of the remaining numbers is same. Now, understanding this, let's see our question. In our question, I have two houses. For the first house, sum is 20. For the second house, sum is 20. But my question is, do we have common numbers here? Yeah, we can observe there is common number. But how many are there? We can observe between two houses, there are two numbers that are common. So this is the common number. And whenever we have common numbers, what we can say about the sum of the remaining numbers? Oh, we can say that the sum of the remaining number, that is, this 3 is remaining, and here, this 3 is remaining. The sum is how much? The sum is same. So if the sum is same, what can we find out sum of anyone? Oh, here all the three numbers we know. So we can find out sum of 6 plus 2 plus 5. That is nothing but 13. So here also the sum of these three numbers should be 13. Where two numbers I know, 1 and 3. What will be the fourth number? Oh, 3 and 1 we know. From 13 we can remove 3 and 1 to get 9. So here the question mark that we are looking for is nothing but 9. Now, if we know this part is 9, now we have to just fill in the number that is present here. So regarding the number that is in the middle, we know here the number that is present. This part is 13. We just calculated. So if this part is 13, the total sum should be 20. So what should be the sum of these two numbers? Oh, we know if this is 20 minus 13, that is nothing but just 7. So if it is just 7, I can put any two numbers that gives me sum as 7. Now let's just check here also. If this is 3, this is 9, this is 1. Again, the sum here, as we just said, is 13. So if this is 13, these two numbers add up to become 7. Now, which two numbers sum I can get to be 7? One is 1 plus 6, that is 7. Any other? Oh, 2 and 5 is 7. Any other? Oh, 3 and 4 is 7. Any other? Now, some students will say 7 and 0. Yeah, we can use it because the question doesn't specify us which two numbers to use, but the sum should be 7. So here I can write down these two numbers, like any, that is 6 and let's say 1. And that's how we can complete the question. That is satisfying the numbers according to the condition. The condition was the sum should be 20. But we saw there were some common numbers. And when there are some common numbers, what can we say about sum of remaining numbers? It's the same. So now, if you have understood this part, you can try this question by yourself. You can fill the numbers and you can take a picture and let me know. Or else, you can post it in our group. This is the QR code of our P1, P2 study group. And scan the QR code and ask me for doubts. Now, it's my time, Teacher Smith, signing off right now. If you have liked the video, you can subscribe for more such videos. But for now, I will sign off. I'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye.